wanders through the desert. A tumbleweed drifts past a dusty dive bar. A coyote shrieks out to no one in particular. Someone's bleeding out in a bathroom stall. The stars tonight are bright, but not nearly bright enough. This place does not exist, and yet, here you are.
Welcome to San Arroyo, kindred.
However, we're not starting in San Arroyo tonight. Instead, we open on the suburb of Poway, California. Poway, California is perhaps the platonic ideal of what you'd envision from a California suburb. Lots of neat little cul-de-sacs, orange groves, and the horrible, disgusting stew of rotten fruit that inevitably piles beneath said orange groves, as they're more for decoration than anything else. And it's in one of these quaint little suburbs where seemingly nothing is ever going on until something suddenly is. That storming out of the front of this house, we find Ashley Walker, though that is perhaps not the name she prefers. If you'd like to describe what Ashley looks like.
Ashley is, we'll say probably like 5'4", scrawny, Caucasian build, sort of dirty, blonde, white girl dreadlocks. I guess you could call it a tribal goth aesthetic, so a lot of very flowy black clothes and heavy dark makeup that sort of says very tribal in its stylings.
Yeah, so naturally she stands out in a place like this. Ashley, you're storming out of your house. It's maybe around 8, 9-ish. A California winter time. That means the sun's just dipped below the horizon, and, well, you're coming off round 6 with your parents, and you're fucking done. You're just fucking done. So where are you headed?
At this point, I'm probably getting in the car and headed to Cass's house, because I just, it's either that or I'm going to just take this car and, like, put it into a tree. So I think Cass's house is like a good call for the moment.
What kind of car does Ashley drive?
It's just like a little beat up like 90s Honda. It's enough to get from point A to point B. That's about that's about as good as she gets it.
Yes, the baby's first permit car.
Yeah, exactly.
So you take your perfectly serviceable baby's first permit car and you head over to Cass's house. Well, Cass also lives in another nearly identical suburb, but the other thing about Poway that's noticeable to people who actually live there, as opposed to maybe pass through on their way southeast towards the Mojave, maybe Joshua Tree, somewhere that's not here, is that for all the squeaky clean exterior, there's a lot of grime in the gears. There's stray animals poking through the underbrush. There's trash bins left out on the curb that look to be positively overflowing. And then there's the trailer park near the high school where you both went to, where you both originally met. You pull in, knock on the door. Cass opens up. There's an immediate blare of lights and noise of some kind of, you want to charitably classify it as lo-fi, blaring from somewhere inside. It smells like stale soda and weed. And Cass, who is, well, how would you describe Cass?
Cass is almost the male version of Ashley. Like, they almost appear as like the two sides of the same coin. He is a little bit taller. He's actually has his dreadlocks dyed black. It's not so much in the tribal goth aesthetic as this sort of pseudo punk stylings. He's shirtless, got a couple little stick and poke tattoos on the body, but no actual professional work.
Yeah, the sort of person who says Punk's not dead, but you can never tell if they're being ironic or not. So Cass kind of almost stumbles up to the door. Ah, shit, hey.
I feel like I just passed him. I guess it's like hi and then just passed him into the house.
Yeah, no, sure, make yourself at home, he says, kind of. His eyes are fully bloodshot. Not necessarily a surprise.
Like, seriously, ever since I graduated, it's just been like this up my ass, like, get a job and you need to move out. And when are you moving out? And I just, like, as if I'm not allowed to take, a year to just breathe. And I haven't been in school for 13 fucking years. And I was just immediately like, to get the fuck out of the house. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, man. I keep telling you, college is a fucking racket.
I don't even fucking want to do college. It's such a fucking waste of money anymore.
Yeah, preaching to the choir. Cass is like half listening. This is not the first time that Ashley has arrived unannounced. You're already moving to the living room area. Cass lives here with his stepdad, who never really seems to be around no matter what time of day. So the place, you mostly have the run of the place, which is why it's such a convenient fallback location. The living room of Cass's mobile home is exactly what you'd expect. Lots of half-eaten takeout, lots of piles of disused laundry. There's a frankly impressive collection of bongs taking up most of the coffee table. Hey, you wanna, maybe something for what ails you?
That is probably the dumbest thing you could ask me right now, and she's gonna reach over and grab one of the bongs and light up and take the heaviest hit that her lungs can possibly withstand at this point.
Another thing Cass is, which probably won't surprise anyone currently listening to this, is that he has always got the good shit. Granted, that's not really too much to brag about. I mean, this is Southern California. Weed's been legal for forever. Yeah, you kind of both collapse on the couch. There's some Red Network streaming service ad currently playing on the TV, set to mute.
Dude, can we just get the fuck out of San Diego, please?
It's kind of fucking kismet that you show up right now. Remember that buddy of mine that I talked about?
Vaguely.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got like he does some burns sometime up near you ever been to San Arroyo?
Yeah, like when I was younger, parents used to take me as like, check it out, like it's some old west town or some crap. It's a tourist trap.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, we were talking, and I was looking into, maybe blowing this fucking popsicle stand, and turns out he coordinates for events out near there's like this fucking amusement park, right? Some 70s big shot built it like out there near the Red Rocks Canyon. I'm pretty sure there's like an episode of Defunct Land on it somewhere, but anyway, point is, it is like mascot horror as fuck.
Sounds sick. Were you planning on moving us into a defunct theme park?
I mean, that'd be the dream, but no, like I'm just saying, like he, this guy I'm talking about, he runs a fucking. Cass punctuates his sentences with profanity a lot. You suspect it's because every third thought he has is a little pride. It's what do you call it? It's like new age type, spiritual kiosk thing. I don't know, what the hell do they call those? Doesn't matter. Point is, he got a sweet deal on a place, and he's looking for people to help stock the shelves. So I was thinking maybe we go out, we already got jobs waiting for us, right? And then basically, have the run of the place, right? Like, spend our weekends getting high as fuck out under the Mojave stars.
Not gonna lie, that sounds fucking amazing.
Right? Right, yeah. Told you. I think we deserve a vacation. I think we've earned a little bit of fucking respite from the Golden Coast, you know?
Fucking for real.
Two of you are going to spend the rest of the evening essentially hotboxing the interior of this mobile home and watching terrible streaming TV on Red Wave, but the vague notions of a plan cooked up in that somewhat now smoky living room. Well, we flash forward to the results of that plan. The year of our Lord 2024, about a year later, with a slightly more put upon Ashley manning the register at a Scarlet Sage. And it is, as Cass previously alluded to, one of those places where little chunks of rock crystal nestle between scented candles and books on chakras, and it's barely ever patronized. Most of your day is spent kind of just doom scrolling on your phone behind the register while you're waiting for someone to come in. And while you're doom scrolling, you realize, just looking at the date, it's been exactly 1 year since you and Cass both cooked up this scheme. Exactly 1 year. And absolutely nothing seems to be going any place anytime soon. What does Ashley's routine look like sitting here behind this register, staring out at the empty shelves?
I mean, yeah, it's probably just a lot of doom scrolling. Occasionally, after she gets bored of doom scrolling, like when newer books come in, stuff that she hasn't seen yet, she'll snatch one off the shelf and read it. Read at least the first couple pages, see if it intrigues her, and she might end up reading the whole book or putting it back. It's just only when the new stuff comes in, because she's gotten so bored of reading the stuff that's all been here this whole time. And that's really, she's just waiting for the day to end, because there's not really anything to do. Nobody's ever really comes in, with the exclusion of like Cass poking his head in, or the occasional like random person coming in to buy sage just because they think they can smoke it. Like, it's just...
You've tried. You can't smoke it. But it's kind of a testament to how... bored is a strong word. Bored implies a level of stability that you don't currently possess. Go ahead and, as you're kind of just browsing absent-mindedly, go ahead and give me a... we'll call it just intelligence plus awareness.
It's a 5 success critical.
5 success critical. All right. So, just kind of browsing through some of the quote-unquote spiritual literature that Scarlet Sage offers. You have no idea where Marco gets these things. Marco being the name of the guy who owns this place. You're not 100% sure if he actually believes what he's selling or is using this for money laundering. But either way, the reading material is always delightfully eclectic. Everything ranging from bits and pieces that look like probably something you'd find in a self-help section in a Barnes & Noble, to some really off-the-cuff diatribes on everything from Navajo spiritualism to ancient practices of the Thelemic orders. So there's always something weird to divert your attention to. And as you're kind of browsing, you find a book with this sort of hexagonal symbol embossed on this old, slightly cracked leather cover. that just says, embossed on the spine in kind of slightly flaking gold lettering, the Demon of Dispersion.
That's new.
Yeah, you don't remember seeing this one before.
Does the symbol on the cover look familiar in any way from my background of like fucking off and studying infernalism?
It looks a bit like the unicursal hexagram that you see in a lot of stuff revolving around, good old Aleister Crowley and that kind of classic Thelema interpretation of the occult. It's pretty popular amongst your crowd because a lot of that do what thou wilt. Am I right?
Take no shit, do no harm.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks a bit like that, but there's something about it that you just can't quite place that's different. This book looks a bit less pop occult than the usual fare, is the main thing.
You might as well crack it open. It's not like the day's getting any shorter.
And now you check outside, you can see sun's already dipped below the horizon. Wintertime in California. Although, the spooky thing about San Arroyo is because the mountains that kind of hem this place in, when the sun dips below the horizon, it's just gone. Blink and you miss the sunset. So already you can sort of see some of the sodium orange street lamps further outside of the shop flicking on. Crack it open and start to read through it. The pages got that crackly sort of feeling to them that really old paper has. Seems to be, best you can tell, it seems to be some kind of almost journal. It's written in the first person, almost like someone was actively recording something about a group of people who were heading out on a expedition of self-discovery to a place called Khorazim, which is located, well, nobody actually knows exactly where it's located. Some people think it's somewhere on the coastline of what today is Israel. Just another isolated little spot in the middle of the desert that nobody's ever heard of. And as you keep reading it and you start to get into it, narrator talks about how excursion into the arid desert in search of the ruins of this strange, archaic, almost liminal space, where they hoped to apparently summon a demon, spelled with an A-E, so you know they're serious, of the same name, Khorazim, the Demon of Dispersion. Good read. You hear a voice say, you got so lost in the text you didn't even hear the little bell chime when they came in.
Oh, hi. Welcome to Scarlet Sage. Anything that you're specifically looking for?
The guy walks in. Granted, it's not like you have regulars. The guy walks in. Definitely feel like you would remember this guy. He's tall, dark-haired. He's got kind of a hipstery vibe. He's got sort of like short, close-cropped hair, also a bit of a beard, lots of tattoos covering his hands and forearms of his kind of button-up shirt, sleeves rolled up, just kind of looking around. Can't say I've ever patronized this establishment of yours before.
Pretty sure I would remember you if you had.
Well, no. I'm just here to meet with someone. Is Marco in?
Is Marco in? I didn't think that he was.
You could check upstairs.
Yeah. Let me go check, and I'm gonna head upstairs to see if he's here.
You take the book with you.
Yeah.
This new guy hasn't introduced himself at all, keeps occasionally glancing at the book, but doesn't seem to comment on it. He just waits patiently as you head back behind the register, up a set of stairs. There's a loft directly above Scarlet Sage. Marco's in, well, he calls it his office. It's honestly more of a studio apartment that he's converted for that purpose. And even then, half the time it looks and smells more like a frat house up there. He sat down kind of like at a desk with a massive computer desktop, like multiple screens. Got a headset on. Already you can hear him arguing with someone. No, 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 man, I'm telling you, you gotta get in on this right now. It's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I'm still here. Just gotta, BRB hits something on the keyboard, put himself on mute. It's like, hey, Ashley, what are you doing here?
Some guy downstairs said he's here to meet you about something.
This better not be the fuckwit that thought this was a head shop.
Some dude, dark hair, kind of hipstery vibe, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. He kind of, at first, he doesn't seem all that bothered, and then his eyes focus on the book you're still holding. Oh, shit. Now, where'd you get that?
Came in with shipment, I think it was on the
No. Shit. Fucking Cass, you goddamn pothead. And before you can really stop him, he crosses the room, grabs the book, tucks it under one arm. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, just let me deal with this real quick. Yeah, and immediately ducks back downstairs.
Can I try and follow him at a bit of a distance? Because that's the dude didn't say anything. He just snatched this book from me and takes off. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Now you're intrigued. This is the most exciting thing that's happened in this spot for about the year that you've been here, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me, call it Dex plus Stealth.
2 successes.
You like to burn a willpower?
You know what? Why not?
Why not?
I'll make it 3.
All right. So it's partially indignation. I mean, what? Does Marco just expect you to hang out in his BO-smelling man cave while he does whatever it is he does now? So you creep down the stairs, and you could definitely hear Marco and that other guy just walked in discussing. Marco seems put upon, almost. He's talking really fast. Yeah, I'm sorry. She's new. Like, you got these out of town kids, they're looking for work. It's fine, like. And the other guy speaks up and immediately just silences him and says, "That's not the book." What do you mean it's not the book? I mean, that's not the book. It's a unique find, don't get me wrong, but as per usual, I think your contacts, and I'm using that word generously, mind, might not be up to snuff. And then, as if it were possible, Marco starts almost stammering, talking even faster, like that. Hey, whoa. This isn't my fuck up, all right? Like, I mean, don't burst a blood vessel. Just remember, we like to keep a certain level of efficiency with these sort of things. So you hear the sound of the door opening. Next time, maybe read the invoice a little more closely, yeah? And you hear the door shut, and Marco, still downstairs, breathes out like a huge sigh of relief.
Step down from the stairs.
You can see Marco kind of standing near on the opposite side of the register. The book has kind of been placed near it. He's got his hands on his hips, like, kind of muttering to himself.
What the fuck was that about?
Jesus. Don't fucking do that. Don't pitter patter around.
Sorry, what do you want me to wear, a bell?
I mean, would it kill you?
What the fuck is going on, Marco?
Nothing the fuck is going on. It's just, no, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. In fact, you know what? Why don't you take the rest of the day? He kind of looks outside, immediately corrects himself. Why don't you take the rest of the night off? My treat. Go keep Cass from trying to, I don't know, smoke whatever some random guy shoves into his hands, all right?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, I'll just, I'm gonna close up soon anyway, so yeah. You see him kind of almost in like his flustered state, start heading towards the stairs back up to his loft.
I expect to get paid for the rest of the night if you're sending me home early.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll Venmo you the difference. Go ahead and give me a wits plus insight roll.
3 successes.
He seems really almost shaken. He keeps avoiding eye contact with you. He's just seemingly doing anything and everything to just make a beeline back upstairs, so much so that he's seemingly forgotten about the book, which is just lying there, tantalizingly on the counter.
I'm gonna take it, but also I am even more intrigued as to what book he thought this was.
Yeah. And what did that guy mean? That's not the right book.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take it. And, you head out into the still, now rapidly cooling evening. San Arroyo. Specifically, nice little slice of decrepitude known as Little Hollywood. A relic of a time when people visited this place for reasons other than gas or a convenient stop on their way either to or from Las Vegas or Los Angeles along the interstate. It's cold out here already. Evening in the desert is always cold. Where, or rather, should I say, what do you think Cass and Ashley's whole living situation has been situated ever since arriving here?
It's probably been a trailer barely held together on the outskirts of town. It's kind of just off on its own in the middle of nowhere. It looks like somebody just kind of took this trailer and just dropped it in the middle of the desert.
You think someone might have actually? I mean, you've been to a couple of burns out in the desert. The novelty kind of wears off after a while because, instead of, a big burning effigy and a bunch of art projects, it's mostly 9 or 10 aging hippies and maybe a slight smattering of some Berendos high school kids out there on a dare, getting high and occasionally getting up to shenanigans, pitching tents and pretending like they're all going out on one big camping trip. So there is quite possible that somewhere in the midst of all that, somebody just abandoned their RV at some dirt road. And, well, California does have squatters' rights.
Nobody's come knocking yet.
You take the bus to get to, the absolute outskirts of Little Hollywood, which kind of demarcates the northeastmost extent of San Arroyo. Buildings, already shabby, now thinning out, surrendering to the just monolithically flat expanse of the Mojave that borders the town. How does it feel to return every night to the almost exact same place where you started?
I don't know, I guess in a way it's better than having somebody constantly up my ass. I guess I have a sense of freedom out here, it's not sunshine and rainbows, but something. And if I just want to go off into the desert, smoke and watch the stars, I can. It sucks, but it's my little piece of heaven, I guess.
Well, your little piece of heaven has company. You can see an old pickup kind of parked outside of your and Cass's trailer.
Fuck did Cass bring over?
You open up the door. It's not locked. It's never locked. You can see Cass right where you left them, sprawled out. But he's got company of the half-naked variety.
Shit. Dude, put a sock on the fucking door or something.
Oh, shit. He nearly falls off the couch. The enterprising individual who was, let's just say, about to get on top also momentarily loses his balance. It's almost like you can hear a record scratch somewhere. The guy in question, who you almost do kind of like a double take, because he is, in a word, he looks to be way out of Cass's league. Tall, kind of dusky skinned, built like a basketball player, just all lean muscle. Got dark, almost shoulder length hair. Hasn't said anything yet, just kind of looking at the whole situation a little bemusedly. Like this is all some joke that he just doesn't get quite yet.
You boys have fun. I'm going to go watch the stars or something, and she's just gonna reach and grab like her emergency blunt that's sitting by the door.
Hey, wait, Ashley.
What? Cass, have fun.
No, I mean, Cass genuinely, Cass feels bad. This is not the first time something like this has happened where the space that was just going to be yours and his is turned into a seeming halfway house for drifters and booty calls.
Cass, it's fine. Have your fun. I've got some reading to do anyways.
Looks a little crestfallen. The handsome stranger just kind of folds his arms over his bare chest, just kind of chuckles. Yeah, you grab the emergency stash. Do you head out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna head out, like just kind of walk like 15, 20 minutes or so.
You got a spot. It's a little rocky outcropping that breaks up the otherwise flat landscape. It's far enough out, light pollution lets up a little bit. So you look one direction, you can kind of see the lights of downtown directly behind you. But if you look in the other, you can see just over the horizon line, just this beautiful starscape. Probably open the book. Probably have like your phone light or maybe even like a little handheld flashlight. I imagine this isn't the first time you've had some alone time out here. You try to pick up back where you left off. Give me
just take like a real heavy drag.
The one benefit to living with Cass, he here as well back home always seems to have the good shit. Honestly, yeah, it might be the one thing that still makes this arrangement work, which is a little depressing to think about. So best to not think about it. But yeah, give me an intelligence plus occult roll.
4 successes.
Okay, so 4 successes. You're getting into like the weeds of this thing now. Suddenly, it's more from this weird sort of pseudo expedition by a bunch of variously inclined seekers of the truth to an actual summoning ritual written out on these crackly pages. You've seen similar stuff before. It's not this kind of thing. Hell, it might as well be a recreational activity at this point, draw a pentagram in the dirt. Somebody cuts themselves with a sterilized knife, drizzle a little blood on it, chant some words in Latin. Nothing ever happens, but, it's a good time to kind of go through the motions. Makes you feel like you're doing something besides just finding excuses to get absolutely plastered.
The divine works in mysterious ways, so...
Maybe if you could work a little bit faster. But this, I don't know why, but this just feels different than the usual wannabe Levian pseudo-religious stuff that you've come across. This feels like you're peeking into someone's diary, like observing his mad scribbles. For the second time tonight, you hear someone interrupting your reading time as you hear a voice say, "Beautiful night." And, the booty call has seemingly followed you. It was this guy, still shirtless, by the way, is kind of just standing just out of the range of your little phone light.
Whatever. I'm not interested in a threesome, dude. Like, me and Cass aren't like that.
Don't flatter yourself. Completely uninvited, he sits down kind of at the base of this outcrop. You can pass the love around, or kind of holds out his hand, almost expectantly.
Let's take one more big drag before begrudgingly handing it off.
Takes a very long drag himself. One upside to hanging out with Cass. So judging by the little hissy fit that there really is no arrangement, is there?
What, me and Cass? No, God, no. He's like family.
So why's your brother hanging out nice and cozy back in the RV while you're sitting out here freezing your ass off?
I like being out in nature. I like to listen to her.
Her?
I didn't stutter.
Okay. He hands you the joint back. You get up get up a little bit further at the interstate. There's this rise. You can see just out into the canyon where they used to shoot all those old movies. Looks like an actual goddamn ghost town, just you and the tumbleweeds.
Damn.
Could take you there if you want.
And what's in this for you? No offense, but you just got done fucking my best friend. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Doesn't always have to be transactional, you know? We could just be two strangers sitting down, having a toke, enjoying the, or rather, her ambiance.
Two strangers having a toke, and then wandering off into a ghost town for one of them to get murdered.
I really give off that much of a serial killer vibe.
I don't trust any of y'all.
Y'all. That's, what, serial killers?
Men.
That's fair. Still, suppose I wouldn't, go off with me either. I mean, then I'd have to explain the skin furniture and the collection of heads I've got buried in my backyard. Makes for really awkward small talk.
Haha, that's cute.
It's fucking adorable. Well, I suppose you could just keep sitting out here then, soaking in her ambiance and waiting for Cass to pull up his dignity around his ankles, which I seriously doubt is going to happen anytime soon.
Appreciate the offer, but kind of enjoying myself.
Okay. Stands up, takes a look at the book, and just says, it doesn't work that way,
I'm well aware.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It works. Just, y'all are thirsty as hell. You want it so badly, but it's not about that. It's about connecting something bigger than yourself. Kind of hard to connect when all you're thinking about is how bored you are. Well, I won't keep you. And he starts to walk off, but not in the direction of the RV. He starts walking further out into the night.
What the fuck am I doing? Yo, dude, wait up.
No, can't hear you. Too busy, serial killing.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, you're right. It's hard to connect to anything when you're so focused on how bored you are.
Yeah, and imagine you do just about anything to not be bored.
Yeah, just about.
Well, want to see what anything looks like?
Fuck it.
Fuck it. I'm Sebastian.
Ashley.
You don't remember the rest of that evening. You think you went out somewhere, and you think you did something. You remember you were somewhere dark, somewhere secluded, though oddly you didn't feel terrified. You didn't feel all the emotions you're supposed to be when out in the middle of nowhere with a complete stranger. You felt warm, and you felt loved. You felt ecstatic and oddly tired. And when you eventually do wake up back at the RV, no idea how you got there, with a bit of a headache. To your somewhat jaded mind, it really doesn't take much to put two and two together.
Well, I guess this is anything.
And anything continues to happen. You don't have his phone number. You don't know if he even has a phone. He just shows up sometimes, like a stray dog. And he shows you things out there, out just at the base where the mountains meet the desert that barricades Yorkshire County from the rest of the California. The caverns, the old, almost nearly faded pictograms put there by who knows, crumbling nooks and crannies of Jackalope Jim's Adventure Park, the places where guys like Clint Eastwood and John Wayne once strode across the silver screen in spurs and gun belts. Now, almost a real-life ghost town, the old props and sets near the Red Rocks Canyon just left to decay in the wind. And yeah, you fool around. You never take you on any of these excursions seeming with the direct intent of getting in your pants. It just kind of happens. And this pattern continues, and it helps break up the monotony, if nothing else. But eventually, Cass, maybe feeling a bit bad, maybe also looking for his own brand of distraction, invites you out to another burn. Question is, do you go with him or do you already have plans?
I've got plans. I'd love to go, but
yeah, shit. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's Cass. Granted, you've felt your relationship with Cass, which it was never much of a relationship to begin with, but now it's starting to fray even more at the seams. You barely talk to each other except to exchange some perfunctory bit of information. You know, we're out of milk. I need you to cover my shift. I think I'm gonna go out. Hi, hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Okay, bye. So this invite to one of your former pastimes, it's an olive branch. You know it's an olive branch, and you break that branch. You feel something else break just a little bit.
I want to spend time with Sebastian.
Yeah, no, I figured, you know. You and your manic pixie dream boy.
Listen, you're the one who brought him around in the first place.
Yeah, as like a fucking Tinder date, you know? Not whatever this is.
You know, actually dating. That's usually what you do. You know, you do like a Tinder date and then you like the person and then you start to like regularly see them.
Sure. That's what this is. Yeah, clearly it's true love. Silly me.
Say that, Cass. It's just different.
It's different.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
You don't tell me anything anymore, Ashley.
You know, I really hate it when you say my name that way.
The fuck do you want? You're probably having this argument in your RV. It's probably the middle of the night. Almost inadvertently swings his arms wide, almost as if like he's gesturing to the total encapsulation of a year of monotony. I'm trying my best here, okay? Like, you didn't have to say yes. Shit's hard right now, alright? We're lucky that Marco's paying us barely above the minimum wage.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at you, Cass. I don't regret coming out here.
What the fuck are you, Ashley? What the fuck are you about? I wish you were mad at me, then maybe this would make sense.
The same fucking, listen, Jesus fucking Christ, Cass. The whole reason I even came to you was because I was tired of being constantly under the fucking boot heel of my fucking parents. I told you the only thing I fucking wanted in this world was just a little bit of goddamn freedom. Just a little bit of goddamn freedom. And I come out here and all you want to do is be up my fucking ass. And Sebastian doesn't. Sebastian, we do shit. It is freedom for a moment. I can step away and I can breathe and I can just go out in nature without having to worry about picking some fucking overdosed ass hat out of the fucking dirt. I just want a minute to breathe.
That last bit sticks into him. He almost shrinks back like you slapped him. Overdosed ass hat. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, that might be the first time since we got here that you've been straight with me, you know? Do whatever the fuck you want. Just go. Just fucking go.
Cass, I'm sorry.
He's not listening anymore. You see him kind of collapse under the couch. Takes his big set of headphones out from underneath the ratty little coffee table, puts them on. It's such a fucking childish way of ending the conversation. But he's a child. You've always known this, you just haven't said anything about it.
Fucking asshole. I'm just gonna walk out.
Staring directly ahead, even as you slam the door hard enough to rattle the cheap frame. His eyes are bloodshot. You're just not sure if that's the weed anymore. You got a particular meeting spot, Sebastian?
Same place as the first night.
Of course.
Just go back out there to go smoke. Doesn't do shit anymore. It's just a habit, I guess.
Hey, don't forget to pass the love around. He just emerges from somewhere. You don't know how he does it. You think he does it mostly just because he can be a dramatic little scamp when he wants to be.
She just leans into his leg.
Rough day at the office?
Yeah, I guess. We're not like them anymore. I'm realizing that more and more as the nights go on.
Tried to warn you.
Yeah.
You ever hear the allegory of the cave?
No.
Well, it's about these guys, poor fuckers, who are chained to the wall in some cave. They've been there so long they can't remember ever not being outside the cave. Inside the cave there's this fire, right? Every so often, fire gets kicked up by some breeze from the outside and starts making all these interesting shapes on the wall, and that's their one bit of entertainment. So one bit of reprieve from the monotony. But then one day, one of these guys, he gets out somehow, breaks his chains, and he leaves the cave, and he goes out and he sees the sun, and he sees the trees and the hills and the rivers and all of this stuff that's just been sitting out here this entire time. So what does he do? He lets the question linger, almost like he's waiting for an answer.
He stays out amongst nature. Shit, at least I fucking hope so.
That's what you'd think, right?
Yeah.
But no, this guy goes back into the cave and he tells the other poor fucks that are chained in there, there's a whole world outside of those shadows on the wall. All we gotta do is go out there and see it. But they don't believe him. Welcome to outside the cave.
Yeah. You're right.
I usually am. I think you just kind of rest your head there, close your eyes, and he's got you. He's always got you. You just fall asleep there, under the stars.
I just can't go back in the cave anymore.
Maybe it's just your imagination. It's you drifting off, but you swear you hear him say, "But if I could make sure, you never have to go back." And you fall into a deep, deep sleep. First thing you feel is something's dripping on your face. It's annoying at first. You kind of like reach up to try and, as you're still swimming back to consciousness, you try to wipe it off, but it's sticky almost. So instead of wiping it off your face, you just smear it a bit more and it gets onto your hand. And you open up your eyes and it's still dark out. It's really dark out. Where the fuck are you?
Am I inside? Outside? Stars, the moon, anything?
Give me a wits plus survival check.
It's one success.
It's something's not right here. You feel like you're outside. You can feel the wind. You can feel the dripping of whatever this is falling onto your face. You can feel the dirt underneath you as you're lying prone somewhere. You kind of sit up experimentally and you very nearly hit your head against a piece of some kind of rebar almost that's directly ahead of you. You're disoriented. You're really not sure where you are exactly.
Fuck.
What do you do?
Can I move around, stand up? Like, I know the space is tight, but...
Yeah, you seem to have fallen underneath something, some larger structure. You kind of slowly, almost soldier crawling your way forward, get up, feeling your way around in the dark. It's dark enough. Well, you can see You can see a bit of light. Stars overhead look bigger and brighter than you remember them being in a long time. There's a little bit, just a tiny bit of a sliver of a moon still left in the sky, so it provides just the barest bit of illumination. You see the light reflecting off of the metallic superstructure that you were currently laid out underneath, and then you see it glimmering off of something liquid that was dripping onto you, and you follow that stream of liquid, because it is a stream. There's quite a lot of it wherever it is, and you follow it upwards. You see the piece of jutting rebar and the body that's impaled on it.
What the fuck?
You cannot make much more detail than that, but it's clearly a body, which means the stuff that was dripping on you. You look down at your hand and it's almost black, but it's warm. The body starts coughing, starts spluttering. It's somehow still alive.
Fuck. Holy shit. What the Dude, are you okay? Can you hear me? What?
Run.
What?
You gotta go. You gotta go, or it'll find you. You gotta. Whoever this is, you think it's a guy based just on the voice and the body plan, but again, the illumination's so bad that that's really all the detail you can make. Slowly slumps over.
Fuck. And I'm gonna try and just like claw my way out in the opposite direction of this fucking body.
Go ahead and give me Dex plus Athletics.
2 successes.
You run. Doesn't matter what direction, just not here. Shapes begin to swim out of the darkness around you. You see you were lying underneath the Ferris wheel. You remember the Ferris wheel. You're at Jackalope Gyms. You've been here before. You know the layout of this place. Or at least you think you do. Granted, you were absolutely shit-faced most of the times you came here, but you make out the edges and the shapes of the old amusement park around you. You hear a scream.
Fuck.
It's clearly not an animal's scream.
Can I make out what kind of non-animal scream this might be?
Never heard a person scream like that before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that... Oh, I just run in the opposite direction. Wherever the scream came from, I'm just running in the opposite direction. I don't even know if there's a recognition of like running towards an exit or just running away from whatever the fuck is going on.
You run. You can feel the adrenaline pumping through your veins. You can feel your heart like it's about to burst out of your ribcage. You hear another scream, and then it is abruptly cut off.
Fuck.
And then the sound of some kind of commotion, some abandoned apparatus of the theme park getting shifted suddenly, resulting in a metallic clanging that echoes throughout the space.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what's happening back there, it's behind you. Everything. You're looking around, you're looking for any landmarks, and do you remember that fucking fiberglass jackalope? You remember it. You and Cass used to joke about it being, a 70s furry. It's directly marks the entrance to the park. It's one of the first things you see when you come up that old dusty dirt trail. If you could just get to it, then you're safe. But where the fuck is it?
I gotta just away from whatever that sound is. Away from that's gotta be towards the entrance, or at least a way out.
Yeah, go ahead and give me, we'll call this either wits plus survival or wits plus athletics. You choose.
Total failure.
Something moves out of the corner of your eye. It's impossibly fast. You hear something almost like a snarl, like a hiss, and then the feeling of something cutting into your leg. The pain is so sharp and so sudden that at first you don't even register it, but you topple over.
Fuck.
And then the pain starts, and it's hot and it's bright, and you look down and you're a little glad that you can't see in the dark because your fucking leg, you're bleeding. You're bleeding a lot.
What the fuck?
You take 3 points of aggravated damage. There's something standing above you. I say something because it's just a looming presence above you. The only thing you can make out about its form is that it's holding something in its left hand. A long, hooked blade, like a sickle, almost.
Just gonna close my eyes and just fuck, Sebastian, help me. Fuck, where are you?
You feel something grab your ankle. This thing is picking you up. It's dragging you through the dirt. It's dragging you somewhere else. Its hand is large and rough and very cold.
Just fuck. I'm just gonna try to just kick at it. I don't know what else to do. See if I can just kick at its grip and see if I can break it, but I don't even know if I can run at this point.
Give me a strength plus athletics check. You try to kick at it. You try to kick at what you think it's its hand, its arm, trying to break that iron grasp just long enough to try and get somewhere else.
One success.
Another snarl, almost annoyed. It drags you, almost jerks you, like it's jerking the leash on a disobedient puppy. You feel yourself being tossed, physically tossed through the air. For a moment, there's a sensation of weightlessness, and then you come down hard. The breath forced out of your lungs, staring up at the sky.
Fuck, Sebastian, where are you?
You look around, see you're in the shadow, one of the old kids' play places, the quote-unquote barrel ride, which is really just a teacup ride that you think they altered a little bit to make a bit more Wild West-y for the sake of its general aesthetic. You see the remnants of what looks like a campfire. The ashes are still smoldering just a little bit, and more bodies.
Just scream for Sebastian at this point. Just scream at the top of her lungs.
You go to scream and you feel someone's hand clamp over your mouth, and you look, and it's Cass. He's lying on the ground next to you, eyes wild, got one hand over your mouth and another up to his lips, desperately telling you to shut the fuck up. You hear it moving around, more sounds of it crashing through the environment. Yes, slowly takes his hand off your mouth. You could make out it's him only in just the barest embers of the firelight, and he's dirty, and he's bloody, and his clothes are torn. He doesn't look to be in any better state than you do, to be honest.
What the fuck is going on?
It wants us here. I don't know why. It just, people try to run. They don't make it very far. I'm sorry. He's actually starting to tear up a little bit. I'm really fucking sorry, Ashley.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Cass. It's your fault. This isn't your fault. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out.
As you say that, almost as if to defy your statement, you hear another reedy scream, followed immediately by silence, followed by another sound of something heavy impacting the ground. It crashes. No, not it. She, a woman, you think, crashes into the barrel ride hard enough to put a dent in the cheap exterior, and then just rolls like a sack of broken china to the ground near you.
Cass, we can't stay here. We can't stay here. We've got to.
I don't know what to do. Bad trip. It's gotta be just a bad trip.
You're right. You're right, Cass. It's just a bad trip. It's just a bad trip, okay? It's just a bad trip.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, Ashley. He's
It's okay.
vacillating between denying what's around him and claiming that it's all just in his head. He's near catatonic with fear.
Just try to grab him and just like pull him into my chest and just keep pulling on him. Like it's okay. It's okay, Cass. It's just a bad trip. It's just a bad trip. We've been through this before. We'll get out of it. It's just a bad trip. It's just a bad trip, buddy.
He seems to relax ever so slightly. You could hear it stalking around in the periphery. What now?
Just trying to get Cass to be quiet. Maybe it'll think that we're already dead and just leave us alone. Just trying to get Cass to just be quiet.
Leg really hurts. You feel weirdly sleepy almost.
Gotta stay awake. Gotta push myself to stay awake. Gotta get out of this, and I'm not gonna do it if I'm asleep. Just gotta push through it.
Give me a stamina plus composure check.
Willpower. Fuck, it's 2 successes.
You're fading real fast. Your leg feels wet almost and kind of numb, almost like when you've been sitting down for too long. That sensation of almost pins and needles, like it's numb. And that numbness, you're just so tired. You just want to just hold your friend here and close your eyes, and maybe it is just a bad dream. Maybe it's just a bad dream.
Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. We'll just go to sleep and it'll be fine. We'll just wake up and it'll be okay. It's just a bad trip. It's just a bad trip.
It's just a bad trip. Your eyelids are getting heavy. The last thing you see before you finally pass out is that beautiful starry sky and all the freedom it offered. You don't know who says this. These are the last words you hear before you die. Maybe it's whatever that thing was. Maybe it's Sebastian. Maybe it's some fragment of your subconscious, hoping to go out on a suitably poetic note, but you hear someone say, "Look at you, little Crowe, hiding among the dead." And that's what you are. You're dead. You're dying. You can feel yourself slipping away somewhere else. What are the last thoughts that go through Ashley Walker's head?
I think it's really what outside the cave is.
Outside the fucking cave. That's all you ever wanted. Just want to run and feel and breathe and hunt and live outside the fucking cave. And you could feel it. You could feel the chain keeping you here. But it's weak. It's frayed. You know, if you just tug hard enough, you'll come free. What's that they say about an animal caught in a trap?
Not if it's not like to get out.
So that's what you do. Something tears and something snaps and you lose something. Something you're never going to get back, but you don't care. You're running. You're free. We fast forward. About a week has passed since the incident at Jackalope Gyms. We find familiar yet different figure out on the streets of Little Hollywood. You're outside of some dive bar. They're practically a dime a dozen in this place. Platonic definition of the hole in the wall. Black Sabbath is practically rattling the windows. A couple of bikes parked outside. Where do we find Crowe in this moment?
Probably over near the wall, just standing, kind of taking in everything and all the people, everything, the smells, the sounds.
And if a complete stranger were to come upon Crowe, would they notice anything different? Anything that stands out from the person they left behind in that amusement park?
She's cold. Her face doesn't waver. It's just like she's watching
for something, waiting for something.
Eventually something does happen. A couple of guys, Striber you frat bros, judging by their Letterman jackets, kind of stumble out from the bar. You can practically smell the cheap beer on them. You hear one of them say, "No, I'm just saying she was definitely checking you out, you know?" I mean, never mind the fact that she's probably like fucking 40, but fuck off, man. One of them drunkenly pushes the other as they continue to cajole him. Cougar alert, everybody. We got ourselves a cradle snatcher. One of them yells out onto the street. No one in particular. They're so... You never realized how loud people were up until recently.
Is this really what he wants tonight?
Maybe it's a test? There are others, probably. But, well, they're young, they're clearly drunk, and they're stumbling off into a part of town that you've become very familiar with. So, your call to make.
Just gotta push yourself up off the wall. Whistle at him, at the group. Age doesn't teach you everything.
Say it without really much enthusiasm. It's a weak pickup line. And you know it, but they don't care. They've got the beer goggles fully on right now. One of them says, "Oh, hey, Mr. Popularity." The guy they've been mocking, this tall, broad-shouldered, very guy next door type attractive, sort of draws up, sidles over to you, swaying a little bit, and says, "Hey, you got something you maybe wanna teach me?"
I can think of a few little tricks.
His friends are practically cheering him on at this stage. Yeah? What sort of tricks?
Do you want an entire audience or something a little bit more private?
Yeah, charisma plus persuasion check.
Jeez, rolls are killing me right now.
2
successes.
Fortunately, they are, like I said, quite drunk. Kinda looks back at his friends, grins, and says, "Still got it, fuckfaces. Take a walk." You're a fucking dog, man. You're a fucking dog. Says one of them. The other one gives out almost like a little mock howl, but they seem to relent. You, trying very hard not to roll your eyes at the whole display, maintain a neutral expression as he leers back in your direction. "Just you and me now, babe."
Come along. I feel like she's gonna sort of like hook her finger in the collar of his shirt and walk him out of view so that way we're not standing out in a public street.
It's not hard to find a nook or a cranny or two in this part of town. Like I said, Little Hollywood's got a lot of abandoned or foreclosed or really just derelict looking buildings per capita. Symptom of way back when it used to be someplace. In the shadow of Little Boulevard with an old, mostly dead palm tree hanging overhead, slightly haloed in the orange glow of the street lamps. Good a spot as any. Give me a wits plus insight roll.
4 successes.
Okay, maybe you weren't as convincing as you hoped, or maybe he's not as drunk as you previously suspected. He's kind of looking around now, realizing that just how dark and empty this little corner is, and you can see him start to, with his eyes, start to look around. Hey, when you said, I thought maybe you head to my car, maybe, back to your place.
Fuck, I'm not really sure what to do here.
And he looks like he's gonna bolt if you don't do something.
Yeah, just gonna just hand over the mouth and bite.
Going in. All right. That is gonna be for bite attack. That's gonna be strength plus brawl, which is not your greatest pool, admittedly. Would you perhaps like to? Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Total failure.
You're still getting the hang of this. You know the general gist of what to do, but he's taller than you, and he was already looking for something suspicious, and you try to reach out for him, and it's the suddenness of it that really spooks him. And before, he was just going to bolt. He was going to make up some excuse and, try and find his friends. But now the synapses are finally sparking in that brain of his, and he realizes he's in danger, and he makes a run for it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with him on a physical level because I am not that.
No, but you can't just let him get away. I mean, what if he goes to the cops? Fuck. What if he... Shit.
Yeah, fuck it. They're just going to try to fucking jump on him.
Bolt after him.
Yep.
Well, again, not exactly your forte, but you could, say, give yourself a bit of a buff.
Yeah, this is very true. Yep. This is a new thing to me, so I'm still figuring it out. This is the last willpower. 4 successes, and I get hungrier.
You chase after him. And honestly, as frustrated and faintly embarrassed as you are, something about this feels right, almost. Fuck this honeypot shit. Run, rabbit, run. He doesn't get very far. He rounds a corner, but you picked this spot for a reason. It's next to some half-finished hotel that's probably been in a state of constant disrepair since the 80s. Really only frequented by bums and people looking to get up to nefarious business like yourself. So he's got a bit of a ways to go before he gets back to the street. You catch him midway there. He's bigger than you. You shouldn't be able to tackle into him and take him to the ground like this, but you found you could do a lot of things that you couldn't previously do, and before you know, you're on him, practically straddling him from behind, pressing his face into the dirty asphalt with cold, strong fingers. But please, come on. You want money? My wallet's in my back pocket. Just please.
Fuck, his voice is annoying. I'm just gonna take the back of his head, or take a handful of the back, like his hair, and just hit his face on the asphalt.
Stop talking. His skull makes a funny, almost hollow noise as it impacts into the ground. Once, elicits a bit of a pain sound. Twice, bit of a more pained groan. 3 times. 4, 5. He's out, you think. Or dazed to the point where he's not making any more pathetic little whimpering noises.
King hell. That got fucking dirty real fast.
Yeah. He's... Shit, that's right. Head wounds bleed the most. You read that somewhere, and now it's pooling into the crap. You need that.
Son of a bitch. Just fucking roll him over and just fucking... I don't know what else to do at this point. Just fucking roll him over and just to mouth to the open head wound.
Start trying to lick that region like you taught you, but no, it's... God damn it, it's too big of a gash. It's not working. He tastes good, though. Could feel the adrenaline, the cheap swill he was probably drinking way too much of, trying to outshine his buddies, the testosterone and the swaggering sense of self-importance, immediately replaced by the primal fear response. And before you, next thing you know, you're lapping at his forehead, almost in this obscene manner, holding his skull like it's an oversized lollipop. And that's where Sebastian finds you. How many licks do you think it takes to get to the nougaty center?
I'll never understand why. Like, I guess they taste okay, but it's not the same.
Practice makes perfect. He kind of squats down next to you where you're still straddling this guy, and despite the horror of the situation, despite the awkwardness, suddenly you feel better. Sebastian's here. It's okay. He'll help clean this up. He understands. You're still learning. It's okay. He's still just kind of observing the still freely bleeding head wound. Kind of runs his finger through the bloody mess. Licks his finger. See, you gotta remember, you are what you eat. You chomp down onto this guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all like getting a little fucked up now and then, but you would have been charging down the thoroughfare like Nick Cage, drunk off your ass.
Yeah, I forget that's how that works now.
Yeah, you're learning. It almost ruffles your hair. Leaves bloodstains on the white dreadlocks. You hungry?
Do I have to eat this?
Nah, this swill. Not fit for the pigs, I tell you. Come on. Let's get you a real girl dinner.
Oh yeah.
Stand up off of him, letting him drop down to the floor, and that elicits another groan. Oh shit, right. He's still alive.
What do we do here?
Well, he smells like cheap booze, he's in the wrong part of town, and he's got a nasty looking head wound. Still, you did try to jump him, so...
Gonna remember that.
Yeah. I like the spirit. You get an A+ for effort, just, C for execution.
Yeah. Haha. I told you that this is not my forte of being physical with people,
It's okay. You're learning. We'll get those training fangs off. One of these nights. In the meantime, you watch as he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeve. His nails begin to lengthen and harden into long, sharp, black claws. He draws one of them down the vein of his left wrist. You worked hard. I think you deserve a treat.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna grab a hold of his wrist and drink.
It's the best thing ever. Period. Exclamation point. Every time. Like, every hit from bowl you've ever taken, every good meal you've ever devoured, every bite of alcohol that burns down your throat just right in one delicious package. And he just stands there and pats your head in an obscenely familial way as you drink, standing with the body of a poor kid who will not survive to see the sunrise, my little Crowe. And that is where we are going to end it for now.